Islam in Austria is the largest minority religion in the country, practiced by 8% of the total population in 2016 according to the Austrian Academy of Sciences. The majority of Muslims in Austria belong to the Sunni denomination. Most Muslims came to Austria during the 1960s as migrant workers from Turkey and Yugoslavia. There are also communities of Arab and Afghan origin. Historian Smail Balik states that the first evidence of Muslims in Austria dates back to nomadic tribes from Asia that entered the region in 895. Following the Ottoman conquest of the Habsburg Empire in the late 15th century, more Muslims moved into the territory that makes up modern-day Austria. Muslims were expelled after the Habsburg Empire took control of the region once again in the late 17th century, but a few were allowed to remain after the signing of the Treaty of Passarowitz in 1718. The Recognition Act in 1874 gave Christian and non-Christian communities including Muslims legal framework to be recognized as Religionsgesellschaften. The largest number of Muslims came under Austrian control after the Austro-Hungarian occupation of Bosnia and Herzegovina in 1878. In 1904, Bosnian Muslim students in Vienna established the first Muslim association in Austria, the Islamitische Akademische Verein, Zwijezda. Austria recognized Muslims as a religious society and regulated their religious freedoms with the so-called Islam Gesetz in 1912. After the collapse of the Austro-Hungarian Empire following World War I, only a few Muslims remained in the border of the new First Austrian Republic. In 1932, a private association called the Islamische Kulturbund was set up by Zeki Ali, Muhammad Ali Binni and Baron Omar Rolf von Ehrenfels, its first president, to organize remaining and new Muslims in the country. However, the organization was promptly dissolved in 1939 following the Anschluss. Ehrenfels, being a critic of the Nazi Party, fled Austria. In late 1942, Muslims in Vienna, headed by the student Mahidin Hekimovich, established a religious organization called Islamische Gemeinde zu Wien under the protection of the U.S. military administration in Austria, where it was responsible for the religious care of about 1,000 Muslim displaced persons. Substantive Muslim immigration to Austria began in the 1960s when Gastarbeiter from Yugoslavia and Turkey moved to the country. The Islamische Glaubensgemeinschaft in Österreich was organized in accordance to the Islam Gesetz in 1979. Many Muslim refugees of the Yugoslav wars also moved to Austria during the 1990s. In 2013, Austria granted the status of a recognized religious community to Alevism. In February 2015, a new Islam Gesetz was passed by the Austrian parliament, illegalizing foreign funding of mosques and paying salaries of imams contrary to reports in the media. The law does not regulate the version of the Quran that may be used in Austria, but central tenets of the religion must be presented to the authorities in German. It also gives Muslims additional rights, such as the rights to halal food and pastoral care in the military. The Minister for Integration, Sebastian Kurz, said the changes were intended to clearly combat the influence of Islamic extremism in Austria. The leader of Central Council of Muslims in Germany, Ayman Maziek, called the law positive and productive for the discussion in Germany. In October 2017, the Austrian government passed a law named the Prohibition on the Covering of the Face. The law was introduced by the center-left Chancellor Christian Kern. Anyone wearing clothes that obscure their face in public is liable to a fine of €150 and must remove the offending garment on the spot if ordered by police. Many activists and experts labeled the law Islamophobic, arguing that it discriminated against Muslim women who wore religious face veils. Among the opponents of the law were President Alexander van der Bellen, Georgetown University Senior Research Fellow Ferid Hafez, and Austrian Islamic Religious Authority spokeswoman Kalar Amina Baghajati. Face veils in Austria are rare, with about 100 to 150 Muslim women wearing some type of face covering. Prior to the passing of the ban, thousands of people protested in Vienna in January 2017 to express opposition to the law. However, in European countries that have introduced similar laws, the bans were upheld by the European Court of Human Rights. In 2018, Chancellor Sebastian Kurz announced that Austria would close 7 mosques and deport 40 imams paid by Turkey through the Diyanet organization as measures to thwart political Islam. In the announcement, parallel societies, Islamism and radicalization were stated to have no place in Austrian society. In October 2018, Austria banned headscarves for children in kindergarten. The ban was motivated by protecting children from family pressure to wear the headscarf. According to an Austrian teachers' union, a ban for pupils aged up to 14 years should be considered as that is the religion.